In the year 2351, we discovered Polaris, an exoplanet located thousands of light years from Earth. Buried beneath the silica crystals, we found Voltarium, an element so unique it has the potential to power our society for generations to come. When we first landed there, we thought we were alone. We could not be more wrong.
Hi everyone, it's 314 React here. Today we're looking at Silica at the latest update that came out on Tuesday, March 18th, 2025, which includes new UI, quality of life improvements, new map, and much more. So before we dive in and check this out, I'm sure most people here know about Silica if they're on the video, but Silica is essentially a RTS FPS hybrid in the vein of Battlezone and Battlezone 2, which are really beloved games of mine, especially Battlezone 2, and it's such a rare blend of genres that I'm really glad they're making this game. You can check out videos in the description of my previous videos on this. The music's incredible, the atmosphere is incredible, and the gameplay is awesome. So let's have a look at some of the updates here. The main part of this is the brand new UI changes that are designed to make the interface more visually appealing and more intuitive, providing a better experience while fighting for resources on Polaris or exploring a new map. There's also the new map itself, which is Black Isle, which we will check out. And they've also upgraded to Unity 6. So we'll see how much better this performs on my system, which is a Ryzen 7700X with an RTX 4090 and 32GB of RAM. You can see links in the description to my previous videos on this to see how it performed before, presumably on Unity 5. There's now zoom for vehicles, so you can sit back in your tank, take aim, and tactical camp. I still want them to add first-person view in for vehicles. Hopefully they do that in future. And there's some extra changes here, such as a save load system, which is work in progress, which will allow you to save your games. Now, given the scale of this game, the amount of units, the size of the maps, that's really good to be able to save your game so you can come back to it later. Improved alien node placement, structure repair, active and passive, structure placement displaying the range, human ability to build restricted to the area around the HQ, halved construction time and faster respawns, some map tweaks such as resource locations and starting positions, and the tech levels now range from 4 to 8, unlocking new layers of depths in battles. Now, I don't know whether that means they've added new units or they've just spread the units out from tech levels 4 to 8, but we will have a look at that. AI collision avoidance, which is still work in progress. So they're making progress on AI collision avoidance, but it's not quite ready for prime time yet. Stay tuned for future improvements. I think that's only available to testers at the moment. But yeah, I've noticed that vehicles do tend to clash with each other quite a bit, so hopefully they will improve that. And there's also a trailer here that I will link to in the description as well as this post. Cool, right, let's dive in and check out this new release. So I believe they also have a new intro cinematic there that we saw at the beginning of the video. Got the FPS up here, 135, GPU 99%, CPU 18%, and this is just on the opening screen here. Yep, every setting maxed out. Now, I believe this does use DLSS, but you can't actually configure the settings that the DLSS is at, so I think it's just set at balance by default. Not 100% sure on that, but let's dive in. There's also been a couple of extra things added here. Siege and Sandbox. I'm not sure when these were added in. It's been a while since I've looked at this. But yeah, Sandbox, you can pretty much do whatever you like with. Obviously, it's Sandbox. And Siege is where, obviously, you'll be sieged against by enemies, so you have to sort of defend against them as they onslaught in. I may do a separate video on these two, because games can last quite a while on this. And then, of course, you've got Arena, which is just free-for-all deathmatch. And you've got Scenarios, which is kind of like the campaign. So in previous videos, we've checked out Scenario, Strategy, and the Arena, but not yet Siege or Sandbox. Now, I really hope they keep all these modes in the final game because I love the freedom of them. But what we're going to check out today is Strategy. The last time I looked at this game was with Crimson Peak. There's also Polaris Outpost. I'm not sure when that was added, but what we're going to check out is the brand new map, Black Isle, first. We'll get a single player, crank the unit cap to infinite. Let's dive in. So we have humans versus humans, we have humans versus aliens, humans versus aliens, and you can select the time of day. Let's start with middle of the day. Let's go humans versus aliens. Let's go human Centauri, and then we'll start off as infantry. So now it loads up as the map here. You click here, select scout, and we're in. Now already this feels quite a bit more smoother. There's still a few frame skips as things load, and the FOV isn't quite as high as I'd like it to be. It's probably about 90. So a nice FOV slider would be good. So you can see the new UI here. Some extra controls there around the minimap. You change the size of the minimap by pressing tab. Tells you how to interact, ping, left shift sprint, and M to open the large map. It's also got in the bottom right corner there, it's got the sort of ammo you've got, the weapon you've got, the faction you're on, the resources you're on, and the tech tier that you're on as well. Now, because we're playing as infantry, the AI is going to be currently building the base, so we'll leave them to build the base for a bit. Now, looking at the anti-aliasing here, yeah, I believe it's on balanced or possibly performance mode. I don't think it's on quality DLSS mode. I could be wrong. I imagine it's on balanced as a default. So this is running quite a lot smoother than I remember it. It's still pretty heavy duty. As you can see there, quite a bit CPU, 30%. And the GPU is going up and down 60 to 80%, and every now and then there's a little bit of loading. So there's still a little bit of work to smooth it out, I think, as it loads things. I don't know if this game uses direct storage. That would really help in unpacking all these textures and stuff like that. The game tends to start quite smoothly and then really dip hard as the game goes on. Even at this early stage, you can see we're going below 60 FPS. Now, I've seen this on my laptop running a much lower resolution as well, and I've seen it even lowering the resolution stuff doesn't make much difference. So I think there's a few other bottlenecks in the engine at the moment that aren't necessarily just around the amount of units or the graphical fidelity. But this is looking really great. As you can see, there's some parallax occlusion mapping there, which I think looks a little bit better than it did on the previous Unity engine. Could be wrong. And you can see there we're receiving orders from the AI. Let's get a loadout. The music is really great on this, by Scott Buckley. Absolutely fantastic soundtrack, and really reminds me, like I say, of Battlezone 2. What I want to do is get a vehicle and drive around this new map, which is really great. I love the rain here. So we've got a light vehicle factory here. And one of the main things I love about this game is that it actually feels like a game. There's no microtransactions, there's no over-focus on multiplayer, there's quite a lot of options of how to play the game. Like I said, there's a lot of sandboxy options. Even in this mode, you can flick between the side you're on and between being the commander and infantry. So there's a lot of options on how to play the game, and it's up to you. And in my other videos, I've gone over how I think they take inspiration from various sci-fi, such as Riddick and Aliens, as well as inspiration from other video games such as Battlezone 2 and Total Annihilation. And you can see here the frame rate has really, really dipped. Even though we are on Unity 6, it's still pretty hard on the system. There's some nice little random buildings out here, and some vegetation. Now, the first maps that came out for this were very much desert sort of based, whereas these later maps have a lot more vegetation to them and stuff like that. And I love this sort of wet rain effect that's on all of the textures at the moment. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at those tires. Oof. So let's get into some combat and see how the FPS is affected. 45 FPS. Whoa! Oh, here we go. You can now spawn directly as a rifleman, marksman, etc. Superb. Oh, and look at the sun up in the sky there. Wow. That looks amazing, especially with HDR on. I don't think it supports HDR natively, but you can use RTX HDR or Auto HDR. It really, really improves it. Of course, you'll be watching this on YouTube in SDR. Let's go for a bit more exploration. Again, I've gone over this in my other videos, but the sheer scale of some of the units is just incredible. It's really using that 3D engine and modern technology to render what sort of old games couldn't in terms of scale. As you can see, there's quite a lot of water on this level. And we're heading off the map here, actually. And there's an invisible wall there stopping you going off. Now, later on, as you upgrade through the tech levels, you can get aircraft and stuff like that. The only other thing is the motion blur is a little bit strong and leaves a little bit to be desired. But, of course, you can turn it off. It'd be nice if they had a slider for it, because at the moment it's just, yeah, motion blur. There's not really a scale to adjust it. But this map is great. This is really, again, very much pitch black, Riddick sort of style planet. Very, very strong red sky. Oh, hello. What's this thing over here? This looks like some sort of plant or something. Oh, this is part of the enemy base, the alien base. Ugh. Oh, man, that's another thing they get really, really right in this game is... Oh, God! The gooiness and, quite frankly, terrifying nature of the alien enemies. Gooey, bony, insectoid, and quite unique. And I think this is actually one of the smaller maps. Yeah, it is. Way smaller. So it's going to be a bit better for smaller skirmishes. Let's see if we can access the save game. There we go. Yep. Save game. Yep. Oh, again, just like Battlezone 2. There we go. Lovely. So now you can actually save your games, which is not only great from the standpoint of if you need to take a break and you want to come back to a game later on, it's also great from if you build a really cool base and you want to save it. At least that's what I do. Oh, there's the enemy base over here. Oh yeah, the per object motion blur is really odd. You can see it's got some artifacting around the wheels there. I don't know whether that's due to DLSS or the motion blur itself. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. Oh, the frame rate is really taking a hit there. 30 frames a second. Sometimes going to the 20s, I believe. Oh, man, the frame rate is really hurting. Really, really hurting. It could definitely benefit from more optimizations. Whoa! DLSS controls and DLSS 3 and 4 to really help it out. We can load up as a commando. Look at these funky looking guns. So I exited out of my game there just to make sure I was on the right map, because I was playing Black Isle, but it was reminding me a lot of Crimson Peak, but it is in fact Black Isle. And it says here it's located in the center of the Abyssal Sea, and it's the primary site for Project Mirror, which is the classified Bolterium seeding operation on the Centauri homeworld. And Crimson Peak is also on the Centauri homeworld, and is the secondary site for Project Mirror. It's on the same planet. That explains why they're very, very similar maps. So I just want to check that I was indeed checking out the new map. But now I've exited out, what this gives me the opportunity to do is to check out the load game function and make sure that works. So let's go to like and subscribe here. I think that's selected. Yep. Hit load. Select humans, infantry. Yep, we're back in. So yep, there you go. Save and load seems to work. Now it's work in progress, so there's probably going to be some issues with performance and stuff there. Oh look, their heads turned towards you. How cool is that? That's pretty sweet. It also looks like there's tessellation there as well. Now what we'll do is we'll leave the AI to build the base out more and see how performance goes when we've got a larger base and some bigger battles. We'll also see what the sort of tech levels look like by hopping into strategy mode for a bit. Alright, and we're back, and here we can see a little bit of the collision issue that the AI has, where it's built a few vehicles and then they've all sort of just smashed into each other. So let's see if I can get in one and unjam this. There we go. So this is actually where the frame rate has stabilized quite a bit. We're getting 77, 80 frames a second here. It could be because it's at night and there's less lighting from the sun to make shadows and stuff, or it could be that the AI has seemingly completely frozen after being left for a while, which is a bit strange. Test it here actually by turning the lights on the APC, which is incredible. 54 FPS, 56. Okay, no. I thought I saw the FPS drop when I turned the lights on, but maybe not. There's some really impressive lighting there. It looks really great. Look at the shadowing from that. Yeah, it does appear that the AI has frozen. You can see it on the map here as well. Now, I don't know whether that's a function of me leaving the game running for so long. It's never done that before when playing this game. I've managed to leave it on for a good few hours and the whole game will play out. And I did it the other day on this version of the game. So I think this could be a function of saving the game, loading the game, and then leaving it for some time, which could explain why the frame rate's a little bit better, actually. Because it could be that the AI does something to the frame rate, even though it doesn't show high CPU usage. It could be something to do with how the cores are used, how the CPU balances with the GPU, something to do with the game engine code. I don't know. Yeah, and even turning the lights off in an area like this with heavy shadowing doesn't seem to make too much of a difference to the FPS. So I think some optimizations could be made around the AI, and there seems to be a bug with saving and loading. Just gonna get to the front lines and see if I can reactivate the AI in some way. Oh, there's an alien moving here, so some of the AI is still active. Let's head round and see if we can activate the other human AI. Oh, someone's shooting at me. So maybe the AI is frozen from moving, but will still fire. Yeah, because their harvester's not moving. These tanks aren't moving. Let's start a new strategy. I don't believe there's any indication of how big these maps are when you're selecting them here. I think on older RTS games you would get that, where it would say how big the map is in terms of memory size. Maybe I'm just missing it here. Maybe it's really obvious somewhere, but I can't see it. So that would be good. You know, medium-sized map, small-sized map. But there's one here, Polaris Outpost. Established at the frigid north pole of Bohemia, Polaris Outpost serves as a hub for polar mining as well as scientific investigation. Its tranquil fields of ice and snow illuminated by spectacular aurorae in the night. It is within this frozen landscape where the awakening of Baltaurus took place. So let's dive in and check this out. This should be really cool. I've not seen an ice map on this yet. And this time we won't save and load to make sure it doesn't break. Oh man, this looks amazing already. Let's go for the middle of the day. Humans versus aliens. How did I not check this map out before? This is awesome. Look how great this looks, and the little bits of snow on the tires and stuff. Oh man. Oh, I love this map. This is my favorite map so far. Just gonna have a quick look at my previous video to see if this map was even present in the game back then. Yeah, it wasn't on there. This map was not on there when I last played, so there must have been an update in between. Wow, they are really knocking out some updates to this game. It's like a new map, a whole new overhaul in 3 months. That's really, really good. Let's have a look through their updates here. December 20th, Polaris Outpost was dropped. And that was when I was on holiday, and my previous video had come out just before that I'd filmed earlier in December. That's why I missed that one. And then there's a little extra update here. Then we have the latest update. So there was an update that I missed in between this video and the other video that added Polaris Outpost. That's when sandbox game mode was added as well. Right, let's get back to the game. Again, atmosphere. And look at the snow on the textures here. Oh man, so much attention to detail in this game. Let's see if I can grab a hovercraft. Again, that frame rate not doing too great here. Get the free look. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do zoom yet on vehicles, so I'll try and find out how to do that at some point. Again, what I really love about this game, I say this every video, is that you can just let the AI do its thing and just explore around the map and just enjoy the ambience. Oh, how good does this look? And of course, you've got the real-time sun going over, so we will see nighttime at some point. Here we go. Let's go check out the frozen water here. Now the real question is will this have an impact on treaded vehicles? Oh, slight thing that needs fixing there. It's great that the particle effects make shadows. And shadows on themselves? Oh man, that's awesome. But I think this material needs updating so that it brings up smashed ice, not dirt. What about the snow itself? Yeah, it's not kicking up snow, it's kicking up bits of like dust and rock. So a couple of little things there that need fixing. Again, this game is very much still in development and is a relatively small team, I believe, at Bohemia Interactive. Look at the shadow there. There's a nice little effect through the tiny windscreen on the bike there. See, whenever games have a snow map, it's always awesome. It's like the snow map in Ring of Elysium that they removed for no reason. Oh, I wish I'd played this at winter now. Right, let's check this building out. Don't know what it is. Looks like some sort of cargo rope thing. Can you go in? Nope, door doesn't open. Is there a ladder we can go up? Some of these ones have like ladders and stuff you can go up. Nope.
Enemy approaching.
Oh man, look at the little detail on the snow particles there. There's the little gap that Picard crawls through in Star Trek Generations. Oh, is that the enemy base over there? Yes, it is. So this building here isn't to do with the enemy base. It's just some random thing left laying around, which is awesome. Games like Command & Conquer and Total Annihilation have random buildings like this as well, scattered around their maps, and I love it. Because it just adds a bit more depth to the world, a bit more history to the world, and even a bit of mystery to the world. Like, what are these buildings? Civilian, military? From previous bases. Looks like a little radar station. A building here. Some containers. Looks like a little generator of sorts. That's the other side of this bridge thing. So let's go back and check out the base and see how that's progressed. We're also starting to see the aurora there in the sky. Oh man, how good does that look? I mean, come on. Oof. Oh boy. That's alright. Whoa! Okay. So what do we got? Headquarters, heavy vehicle factory, refinery. Yeah, I think it possibly just has the same units just spread out. But what we can do is go to here, go to human soul, go to commander mode. Yeah, we're at tech level 6 now. Okay. See what we got. The research facility. Yeah, Mark 7. Tech level 7. Rocket launcher, railgun tank, hover tank, radar center, refinery, silo, light vehicle factory, flak truck, heavy quad, heavy armored car. Yeah, I think it's the same units. They've just been spread out across the tech levels a little bit more. Let's manually go to tech level 7. So I think it just makes the game a little bit longer by spreading the units out across extra tech levels. And there's the air factory, heavy vehicle factory, light vehicle factory. Yeah, so we can't build the ultra heavy vehicle factory yet. But we can build an air factory, which I don't believe we have yet. So yeah, we're at tech level 7 now. What do we got? Ultra heavy vehicle factory, air factory, light vehicle factory. Let's go to the final tech level. Let's put the command back into the AI there. There we go. Look at that rolling into action. There we go. That frame rate is dipping down again, 42. Let's grab this vehicle. The other thing I'd like is not just to have first person in vehicles, but to have the ability to ride as a passenger in them or as a gunner. That'd be cool. Oh boy. Oh man. 42 frames a second there. We've got a 1% low of 28 FPS. Whoa! Okay, we got some heavy missiles coming in. God damn. Ah, there you go. It's the scroll wheel for zooming. That noise probably needs a bit of work. Huh. That's pretty cool. Ooh! Good lord. So we're getting there. We're nearly at night time. Oh god, we got fire throwing bugs. That was incredible watching that sunset. Oh boy. Oh my Christ. Oh, this game looks incredible at night. What is that? Oh, cool. You get a head torch on your character. Ugh. It's like the Chitauri of the Battle of New York from Avengers. Oof, man, I love this game. It's a combination of so many cool things. So my base is getting completely owned here, but it's okay. Because we get to see how incredible this game looks. Look at that. Alright, let's do a bit of strategy, but purely from the perspective of a commander. That's the trouble with this game. I rarely play it as an RTS, to be completely honest, because I just find it such an awesome game in terms of the vibes and atmosphere. I also need to spend a lot more time with the alien species as well. But for now, we'll stick with human. We'll do commander. Even from the perspective of the commander, you can still take direct control over vehicles. Just want to see if these vehicles are affected by the ice. And I think they are. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's going to be pretty critical getting a research facility up and running, because we need to get the tech level up.
Our base is under attack.
Okay. That was really quick. How are they already attacking?
Enemy approaching. Enemy unit destroyed.
These Polaris and Black Isle are relatively small maps. Interesting. Hopefully they make another big map, because a lot of these maps are quite gigantic. Then again, it could just be the scale that I'm looking at it here that makes this map seem smaller. This light quad appears to be... Oh. completely stuck. Yeah, you can tell everything builds a lot faster now. That's another thing they did in this update. Just making things build quicker so the game goes a lot faster. Because I remember buildings and units taking ages before. It'd be nice if they put that in as like an option to go, do you want it to be a fast game or a slow game? Oh god, these light quads and getting stuck in Bolterium. It's another thing, probably the collision detection and navigation AI could be improved to stop them doing that. It's really interesting. So they've made it sort of slower in terms of the tech level and spread the units out through 4 more tech levels, but made it faster in terms of building units and buildings. What I may do is get another refinery online, because whenever there's games like this, I become addicted to refineries and just endlessly building them until I've hoovered up every single natural resource on the map.
Enemy approaching. Enemy unit destroyed. Our base is under attack.
Ooh, this is not good. So if I accidentally selected hard mode or something.
Unit destroyed.
Okay, the AI is a bit more brutal than I remember, or I'm just really bad at the game. Or it's the result of a smaller map. How have they built so much so fast? I need to build a lot more stuff. I think that's the issue. So we need some heavy turrets. Hover tanks are good. Let's get one of those.
Unit under attack. Unit under attack.
Oh, yeah.
Unit lost.
I think repair's working. It's just not clear when you click it that anything happens. Don't tell me that's aliens coming my way.
Our base is under attack. Enemy approaching.
Oh boy. Oh boy, now they're sending in hover tanks. Yeah, the repair button should just be the repair button like in Command & Conquer. You just click it and can repair stuff. Rather than having to click the unit then clicking repair, which I think is how it works here.
Enemy approaching.
Whew, boy, this is brutal.
Unit under attack.
I swear the AI's gotten more brutal. I don't ever see a difficulty meter either. That'd be a good thing to add in. So I think it just defaults to... I don't know.
Unit lost.
Probably the worst form of the AI, like the hardest form of the AI. Oh my god.
Harvester under attack.
Where have all my units gone? I built loads of units. Oh boy. Yeah, it's a totally different vibe when you're just saying in the commander mode. But again, that's the great thing. You can play the game exactly how you want. There's like 5 different modes and then many different ways within those modes to play the mode. I love that sort of thing. Oh my god. How have they built so much? Well, okay, they have got a lot of refineries. Oh my god. Like 5 refineries? 6 refineries? Oh man. Wow, we are getting absolutely owned. So you got to build units quick.
Our base is under attack. Unit under attack.
Oof. Let's get railgun tank, hover tank, pulse tank. Let's get some heavies. So you can definitely see the quicker pace.
Our base is under attack.
And I think we are getting destroyed here. But I will save it. Save that as Bane. In reference to the icy map from Battlezone 2. I just want to go back to the main menu. I just want to go to strategy again. I want to go to one of the classic levels. The Great ERG. Just want to check. Because I'm fairly certain those maps were smaller. Those newer maps. Yeah, look how far you can go across the map. The mini-map down here. Definitely a larger map. So yeah, it appears the newer maps, Polaris and Black Isle, seem to be smaller maps. What I'm worried they're going to do is make the game faster paced by introducing smaller maps and increasing the rate of construction. What I hope they don't do is overly focus on making the gameplay faster. I kind of enjoy the ability to have a slower paced RTS game and be able to take the world in. Like I said, the atmosphere of this game is phenomenal, and the ability to play as infantry as well as commander allows you to kind of explore that world a bit more, and to just have constant combat and really quick games on smaller maps as the only choice wouldn't be so great. So I hope they keep releasing big maps. Black Isle's a cool map, but it's very similar to Crimson Peak, just smaller. And this map is just so cool. Looks like there's a glitch in the terrain there. You can just sort of see through the terrain into the skybox there. Just absolutely incredible looking game. Look at all the colours. Oh man, okay, let's check out another map and see if we can do a bit of sniping using the vehicle zoom. Okay, so we are going to check out Siege and Sandbox in another video, so we're going to stick to strategy. The new map Single player, infinite again, and let's kick it off. Go for the morning, humans versus humans, human soul, and let's go for infantry. Oh, hello, what's that up there? Another random building? So I don't quite know if we can get up there to explore what that is, but I'm hoping that's an alien structure. So I don't think we've seen that on a map yet. It certainly looks a bit weird. It looks almost Dwemer from Elder Scrolls. Let's switch to commander mode. See if we can get to a aircraft plant. So I think that alien structure, yeah, here it is. I don't think it is an alien structure. It's just a very big, weird gun thing that looks like something you'd find inside a ship from Alien. So I have discovered a weird glitch here while trying to upgrade to get to the aircraft factory. Is I built a research facility and then left it to the AI for a bit, and the AI also built a research facility. And you can upgrade this one to Mark 4, so we got tech level 4. Then you can build another one and then upgrade that to like Mark 3 and 4, but it obviously has no effect on your tech level because you're already at tech level 4. So there shouldn't really be a reason to build more than one research facility, or if you can, it should increase the speed at which you can go to the next tech level. And also, generally, the AI shouldn't be building another research facility if there's no point. So that's interesting. That's just a little bug that I found there. But just on a word of performance from this mode, the performance actually seems pretty alright. Performance was always a little bit better in this mode, even when there's stuff going on. I think it's the same level of fidelity when you're in this mode as well. So it's something to do with the FPS mode, and it's something to do with certain conditions that make the FPS drop quite hard. So Mark 7 now. Air factory, there we go. The AI back in charge and wait for that air factory to be built, and then see if we can fly around the map. And we're in the really cool G-Police style gunship. This says zoom on it as well. Oh, how cool does that look? Just want to go check out this structure up here. So yeah, this sort of small map and the more spread out tech levels really kind of changes how this this game would operate. So here we are on this weird structure. Not quite sure what it is, but it looks awesome. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. It's obviously some sort of massive cannon. Possibly an anti-spaceship cannon or something. Go down here. Oh, look at this. Some sort of research facility. With some alien stuff in it. Oh, that's awesome. This is a really cool map. So yeah, it's interesting to see how they changed the pace of the gameplay, the zooming on the tanks, all that kind of stuff. The new UI is pretty nice. Unity Engine 6 is pretty cool. Sandbox and Siege mode I'll check out in another video. Oh, yeah. Whoa! Perfect. See if we can get in this. And see if we can use the zoom.
Our base is under attack.
This game has such cool vibes to it. Again, look at that frame rate hit, 32 FPS. And the GPU is down to 30%. And the CPU is only at 33%. So I think what's happening here, possibly, is that it can only utilize so many cores on a CPU. And therefore, it's kind of getting maxed out on the CPU side. Or some sort of other bottleneck is happening. But this zoom is very cool. I'm a little bit too close to use it at the moment, but... Whoa! Wow, look at that. Oh boy. Railgun tank. Oh man. Ho ho! Oh man, if that hits me, that's going to do a lot of damage. We got him. We got him. That means you can really zoom in from a long way away. Just needs, like I said, first-person mode now. So yeah, here we go. The new map. Nice little quick map to explore around. Very similar to Crimson Peak. So that was just a quick little catch-up. Like I said, I'll probably do another video on the Siege and Sandbox modes. But that was the new update for Silica. Go check it out. Really cool game. Really like it. Like I said, very rare to see an RTS like this now, and especially to even see an FPS RTS hybrid. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, hit the little bell, really helps. There's a new video every week on tech and video games. Hope everyone's staying safe, and I will see you in the next video.